Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. This is Everyday People, the Pacifica chapter. I am Crystal Taufalele.
And I'm Lynn Cato. Welcome to another episode.
In studio, we have beautiful Miss Samoa USA, Joey Lealaitafea.
Yes. We're so happy to have her here.
Happy to have you here. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
So
you look like warm
doing?
weather.
How was everybody's weekend? Again, we appreciate you guys allowing us to take last week off, but we are fresh and reset and ready to begin this episode with our beautiful Miss Samoa USA.
Yes.
So how was everyone's week? What did you do last weekend? Or last week while we were off?
Rested, actually.
Rested? Were you at the kava lounge?
Oh, no. Might have had some kava, yeah. Tax season, so working overtime and...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just resting. What about you? What were you doing?
Well, resting? I was, resting on the beach in Puerto Vallarta.
Okay. I know, you came back with a tan.
I wish.
But it was amazing. So, we just needed that reset. A lot going on in my life. We all have a lot of personal things going on in our lives. So sometimes you just need that break.
Oh, for sure.
Right? What about you? I know you're going to probably need a break here soon. You've been busy.
I know. I also just took that weekend to rest.
Yeah.
I think the weekend of rest for all of us. So it was so nice.
Yeah.
Okay, especially the day of rest. All right.
I know. So nice.
All right, well, we're going to jump into our first guest, which we actually have live remotely, and that is going to be the co-founder of the Miss Samoa USA pageant, and her name is Tofu Alofipo.
Yes, welcome, Tofu.
Hi,
How
Tofu.
are you?
Hello, Falava.
Thanks for being patient
Hello,
with
thanks
us.
for having me again. It's a pleasure to be in the space with you guys, so thank you for having me again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being here with us. I mean, there's a little background. So I know Tofu. So me and Tofu went to school together here in Salt Lake City at Highland High School. And I haven't seen Tofu ever since high school, but then I ran into her at the Miss Samoa USA pageant last year, so it was always great. It was a pleasure to see you again. So Tofu, kind of let us know what's going on in your life right now. Let us know a little bit about the pageant, your tournament that you just had, because it looked very exciting. Great things happening in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, thank you for giving me the opportunity. So with this initiative, the Feel My three-part series, it's actually deliberately juxtaposed with the Miss Samoa USA pageant. We have been partnered with Nu'o Samoa. and this pretty much manifests itself on its own. We noticed that there was a need for that. So rather than positioning the Miss Samoa USA as a standalone uh, initiative, we used it as a frame within a continuum. So, like what you mentioned, it's confusing, but it's a three-part series. So the first series was the sports tournament that happened just last weekend. It was a success, and it's more so leading up to the closing of the pageant. And then our next initiative will be the cultural competition, which is next month. And then after that, we will have the finale with the Miss Samoa USA pageant in July. So this pretty much is a juxtaposed position. It's a strategic where a traditional pageant may focus solely on presentation. The AFIOMI framework embeds meaning, responsibility, a purpose into every step. So by the time our winner takes the title of the Miss Samoa USA, she has already embodied the ethos of our culture in motion, in thought, and in voice. So that's the whole initiative that we came into in fruition and manifests itself on its own through the experience that we had from last year, if that makes sense.
Wow. So the party is just going to continue
Mhm.
throughout the year.
Pretty much.
Oh my God, that is
It's
That's
amazing.
it's a
great.
it's
So
but
the
it's in a
cultural
short period
celebration
of
or
time. Yeah.
the that one is for next month.
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit about what is happening with that?
So for the competition, we are actually kind of mimicking what the competitions were in Hawaii. I mean, I grew up in my younger youth years in Hawaii in Laie, and our first We Are Samoa competition. Both my brother and I were in it, and they had like all different high schools that come and compete, within the Samoan culture. But I think we're now expanding it to, I believe, to Tonga and also Tahiti. And to
Wow.
Tusi, who is our public relations, she's more in depth because she's also representing the Nu'o Samoa on the A Feel My Part series. And what I mentioned is that this is deliberately juxtaposed with the Miss Samoa USA. That way, we don't have everything like um, included with the Miss Samoa pageant. Like the Miss Samoa pageant doesn't have to think about all the other initiative that comes with it. This is part of the Nu'u Samoa that does the Afio Mai. So what we're doing is just it's kind of leading up to the pageant. It's the momentum, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Nice.
Momentum to kind of engage and get the audience going. Because when you think about it, our Polynesian people, some may not want to be a part of the Miss Samoa USA. Others don't, they don't have the talent to dance, right? And
Yeah.
then we got the sports coming in different avenues because we're brilliant people. Our Polynesian people are brilliant and talented
Yes,
people. So
ma'am.
we try to find ways to bring that gap between our Polynesian people, and I think that's where we will have the competition for the next month is just all dancing, cultural arts here in Las Vegas.
Wow, we
I
might have
love
to make
that.
it out there for that. That sounds
I know that
exciting.
sounds fun.
And it's so amazing that you're allowing other people to come in and like to
Mhm.
showcase their talents without having to be part of that pageant.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, and it's been a really, really, really long year. I was just sitting here talking with Joey. I can't believe a year has already
Oh,
passed.
I
You know,
know,
so
I
like
know.
the hat, and we were discussing with her like before we started the show that just how busy she's been going to Samoa. I mean, what are
Mhm.
your thoughts on that? And like, what you must be really, really proud of Joy.
Oh, I we love Joy. As a matter of fact, we are actually honored to be represented by an extraordinary young woman, our reigning Miss Samoa USA, Joy Lealaitafea. She is the embodiment of cultural grace, modern leadership, and her unwavering service. Since her coronation, she has exemplified what it means to be a Miss Samoa USA Tamaitai, not just through presence, her examples, but also through purpose. She's been actively involved in cultural outreach, community initiatives. Of course, you guys would know that, and also youth mentorship, using her platform to inspire confidence, identity, and ambition among some of the Samoan girls across the diaspora. Joey will also play a significant role, like I mentioned, for the Ethiomai series, serving as both the cultural ambassador and the active participant during the cultural heritage competition. She's pretty much like our special guest. So her
That's
poise,
so
Wow.
awesome. Are you
Okay, I'm not even
excited?
wearing the crown, and I'm getting a little emotional. I was like, let me fix this real quick. I was like, how does that make
yeah,
you
her
feel to like
poise and
hear like
intellect
all
and
these beautiful things being
authenticity.
said about you?
Uh,
And well, the first thought is, who am I to be so praised? It's not often that I even recognize my own, just like the support that I have. And so I'm really grateful for my team and for Tofu's words, because it means a lot that she's so accomplished and she recognizes that although I'm young, I am trying. And so I'm just grateful and so honored. So.
And that's all we can do is just try,
Yeah.
put our best foot
Yeah.
forward, especially when you have great leaders and mentors.
Yes.
Like Tofu. Tofu, you are just a force to be reckoned with. We're just so
Oh,
proud to know who you are and all the work that you're doing, not just in Las Vegas, but nationwide, international, So like, it's just great. It's I have no words. It's just been such an amazing experience.
And this is just the first, right? This was just the first year.
for the Ethiomai part series, yes,
Are
it
you talking
is.
about
This
for
is
the event or the pageant?
for the pageant. This was
No,
the
yeah,
first one.
so it was the first
the
one
first one was
after
last year.
15 years, right? Kind of explain that because there was a long pause and then boom, out of nowhere, let's try this again. So kind of take us how you guys wanted to start that back up and like the process that it took.
Well, I think it was all about serendipitous. It was we noticed that the Molly and I we just had a conversation after the Alpha's pageant. I mean fashion show. I think that was last year or a year ago, 2 years ago. And then we noticed that there was not an initiative for beauty pageants here in Las Vegas, and we didn't know. And that's the same time that Malia and I met, and we're like, we didn't know that I didn't know that she lived in Las Vegas, and I just moved here about 3 years ago, and we're like, let's go and have some lunch and coffee and let's talk about it. And so our conversation of manifesting and bringing Miss Samoa USA uh, uh, alive was through our conversations during lunchtime, and then I do remember that there was a Miss Samoa USA back in the days when I was part of the entertainment um, department for the Samoa Flag Day, because Samoa Flag Day was huge back then,
Yes.
and so I was part of the entertainment organization with Auntie Dofi at that time,
Aw.
and and when she was like saying, "Oh my goodness, I think that was the last." I mean, the Miss Samoa USA pageant has been quiescent for over 15 years, and we just pretty much did our research and went got to work and noticed that it has been quiescent and it has been active for quite some time, and we're like, why don't we just take up on the what's already there and don't reinvent the wheel, but just move forward and get that name activated. And that's exactly what we did, and then we
That's
just run
awesome.
That
with
is
it.
amazing. Did you get any like backlash for trying to restart this whole pageant again? From there has to be like some old school folks that were kind of like, why are they doing this, or are they doing it right? Trying to nitpick everything that you've been doing.
Of course, of course. And that's a valid question too. As a matter of fact, I actually felt the same way, but then when I reached out to the original directors that, implemented that initiative, they were so proud that I actually reached out, because we're like, oh my gosh, let's, collaborate and see what we can come as a board. And they're actually part of our board to this day.
That's
So
awesome.
we reached out with and conversed with them, and they were like super super excited that we're bringing this back into fruition, because it's been a long time and it just brought them great memories when they started that initiative back in 15 years ago, back in the 15 days. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Quite the
yeah, so
journey, and
far.
it's amazing to see this come back to life. I don't really know a lot about the pageant, so the Miss Samoa USA last year was my first time ever being introduced to something like that, and I was just
Mhm.
blown away by the crowd that was there, the young ladies that were there, and a lot of them it was their first time doing it. So having you guys
Yeah.
there, like having the programs each day from 6 a.m. throughout the entire day and night. I mean, I was
Yeah.
exhausted just watching you guys do it.
Oh, trust me.
So but it was such an amazing time, and I can't believe a year has already passed. So, can you just kind
I
of, is
know.
it too late to have people still sign up for this pageant?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, we have early bird registration, and I think it goes sorry, the registration. I'm pulling up our website right now, but it's we have the early bird until the ending of April, correct?
Yes,
And
April
then we
30th.
start. It's 450 on the registration, the early bird registration, and then the final registration date is in July.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh. So this is amazing. We appreciate you so much for being on the show with us. Is there any last words
My
of
pleasure.
advice you'd like to give to Joey before she steps down and like starts her new chapter in her life?
Oh my goodness. I mean, like I said, Malia and I and our committee are beyond proud of the light that she carries. And we look forward to celebrating her continued impact as she helps pass the crown to the next remarkable Miss Samoa USA Tamaitae. I think she did an amazing job to represent our initiative, and we're very, very proud of her. So we love you, Joey. Thank you so much
Aw.
for all that
Thank
you
you.
do.
Joey, do you have any words for her?
Just thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and for believing in me and seeing this tomboy and seeing my potential, and also for cheering me on in the future as well. So love you. Thank you.
Awesome. Love you too. Oh, don't forget, let them know, Joey, that we've got some new things in the works with the categories. So we've got some exciting stuff. Hopefully everybody
Okay.
chimes
Yeah, you'll
in, and
definitely need to fill us in.
we've got updated the categories in terms of swimsuit, as well as the new business attire that comes with the pre-interview. So it's gonna be fun.
Wow.
Awesome.
Well, Tofu, thank you so much for being with us today. We love you and we're so
Of
proud of
course.
you, and we cannot wait to see what the future holds. And I cannot wait to be there in Las Vegas for the Miss Samoa USA
Yes,
pageant.
for sure. Of course, we're gonna have you guys again. All
Well, we
right.
love
Thank
you
you
and thank
for
you, and you have a
love you too.
wonderful weekend, all
Thank you very
right?
much.
Thanks, Tofu.
All right. You guys take care. Bye-bye.
All
Bye
right, bye
bye.
bye. All right, so that was a beautiful Tofu. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to jump right into it with Joey. But just remember that on April 25th, there's the Walk to Wendover Suicide Prevention 100-mile walk with Annalee Brown. It's going to be at the Peppermill Concert Hall with the Jets, and tickets are about $10 and up, so you can get your tickets at wendoverfun.com. So be sure that you guys grab those tickets, and we'll see you guys in a minute.
Okay, so she's gonna play a music video. And then
Take me out to all your adventures. I don't wanna be stuck in my room. Post it up on Insta and Twitter. Stuck with us, don't want to assume that you're trifling. That you talk to other women, baby, let's pretend that you hold me like sativa. Go make love again. Still remember all the details in remembrance. Gripping all over my mind phone. You got me going crazy. This love thing ain't what it's supposed to be. True colors showing red. And when I leave, I know that you'll be missing me. All your adventures, I don't wanna be stuck in my room. Post it up on Insta and Twitter. Stuck with us, don't want to assume that you're trifling. That you talk to other women, baby, let's pretend that you hold me like sativa. Go make love again.
All right, guys, welcome back to Everyday People, the Pacifica chapter. I'm your host again, Lealaitafea, here with my beautiful co-host.
Crystal Dalfalele and our beautiful guest, Miss Joey Lealaitafea.
Yes, let's get it. Joey, she's the Miss Samoa USA current pageant winner
From 2024.
for 2024.
Yep.
We have her here with us and we're so excited. How are you?
Oh my gosh, so excited and also so busy. So I'm glad I was able to come and sit down with you.
I know, you were telling us
And
why
get
you're
a little
busy.
dolled
Yes.
up. You know, a little something, something
It's
for
been
the
a
8
while.
a.m.
It's been a while.
So tell us what has been happening in your life then since being
Jeez.
crowned
Yeah,
Miss
so
Samoa USA.
after I was crowned, I had about like 2.5 weeks to prepare for Samoa, and then I was there for about 3 weeks. So that in itself was insane, but also a dream come true.
And it was your first time, right?
Yeah, my first time ever. And I can't even describe, like, it was just so, not to be all emotional and gushy, but it was just so sacred to me. I've never been on the motherland, and they welcomed me so fully and so lovingly. And meeting my other contestants, there's 15 of us.
I saw that.
Yeah, there was a lot of us, but it was so nice to have that sisterhood who was so tight.
Yeah.
I've never had that before, and so with them, it was just like we've all met before, and it was so natural. So that was a lot of fun. And then the categories, there were some mishaps, but that's okay. That's such as life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the first pageant, so
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be some things that you got to work
Yeah.
out as you're going through. So.
Yeah. So, and I have no experience with pageants. The Miss Samoa USA was my first,
Right.
and so the Samoa one, that was insane, to be honest.
Were you scared?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Did you
I mean,
end up
to not have
scared?
any pageant history and
No.
then to come in and win and then be going to Samoa,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's huge.
She like,
Okay,
Oh,
I
no,
don't mean to
more
brag
like,
or anything. No, that's amazing. And then having your experience be in Samoa for the first time for this reason, I'm sure
Yes.
it just hits different.
I know you're kind of
for
like
all
walking
those
in,
reasons.
going back to the motherland as a celebrity.
Yeah. My parents were telling me, like, I got the bougie life of Samoa. They talked about having to do vows, but I was spoiled. Like, I was so spoiled, and I'm so grateful because
Yeah.
I would never have experienced Samoa like
Right.
that. So that Samoa was amazing. And then I came home and I came straight back to school.
Yeah.
And that was
That
almost
was a different reality
yeah.
check.
That was a different
I bet.
transition.
I mean, you're a senior in college, you
Yes.
become Miss Samoa USA, you have to go represent USA in the motherland in
Yes.
Samoa. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You know, especially like as a first time, I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't know
It's okay,
why.
me
He's feeling it.
Well, when I was in the Miss Samoa pageant. No, but you know, it's crazy because I was there last year and I was doing the red carpet event and we did like
yes.
some of the interviews at first and just listening to all the young ladies that were there and they were first time contestants.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to be so, one, nerve-wracking. Two, like you're going to do something for Miss Samoa to represent, and a lot of you were just born and raised here in America.
Yes.
You know, so the struggle is real.
Yeah, I think the most intimidating thing, the thing that I struggled with, was understanding the language and feeling unfit to
Right.
even be there because I don't understand. But I realized that although we may not speak the language, that doesn't make me any less Samoan,
Yes.
right? Like
Depends on who you ask.
that's true. That is also true. But I think someone told me before I even went to Samoa that your blood makes you Samoan, but your desire to really engage with our culture makes you proud to be Samoan.
Right, to make a difference.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And so I think that was the hardest thing, but I realized, well, I had to rely on my faith and really pray for like for love that I may remember who I am and remember to stay true to what my standards as well as
And who they
I'm
want you to be or
and who I
what they
want to-
expect of you,
exactly.
right?
So it was just a lot of transitioning, but I've grown so much since then in those 3 weeks. It was
Oh, I bet.
unbelievable.
Yeah. So, was there anything that was super surprising to you when you went to Samoa, like for this experience,
That's kind of
or anything that you didn't expect
Yeah.
that you learned when you got to Samoa?
I don't think so. I think I was just starstruck by just being on the land itself. I think I didn't realize how beautiful our Samoa is because I've never been. But like going home to my ancestral villages, amazing, beautiful, stunning.
How that felt surreal.
Yes, it was like I said, unbelievable. I could just keep saying the same
Oh, we were
descriptions,
watching.
but
There was a lot of us. We were all talking about
Yeah.
that. Right? Like we were on our phone all day, all night, seeing what the comments were.
I
You know, you
know.
see those keyboard warriors that are out there because there were a lot of them.
Yeah.
Y'all know who you are. Don't make me go back to videos and I'll look. No, but it's just one of those things that like you're born and raised here in America. You're going back to your motherland. You have to feel a lot of pressure from our own people, which is kind of like the worst thing to even say. But kind of like our own people can be our worst critics. So
Right.
how did you deal with that and like not let that affect you in any way of like kind of going back to the motherland to show your love?
And that's a tough question because that again struggled mainly with. I had a couple people come up to me and said that I should be disqualified because I can't even speak the language. So that was disheartening. But I just remembered my love for the culture and the love for my grandparents who did their best to raise us as much as they could in America. And then also remembering why I want to serve our people. And that comes from my medical background and having this desire to be a doctor. And like, that's what my platform has been, bridging culture and innovation.
I love that.
Yeah. So I just remembering the love. That's what, like, that was the foundation, is just to remember, although you may not like me, because this is a competition,
Right.
I'm still gonna want to serve you.
The
Exactly.
claws come out. The
Yeah,
claws come
I
out.
sure
during
do.
the competition. But I love how you did not let any of that phase you, because I grew up here in America. I don't speak the Tongan language. I
Same.
kind of grew up being bullied for like being tupi e palangi, not knowing enough.
Yeah.
But like, we are enough.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm glad that we have this platform now, because this is my way of kind of making my back way into the Pacific Islander community. You know what I mean? Because times have evolved. You know, so I'm so glad that that did not like put you down in any way, that you just kept striving.
you.
But that has to be really, really tough.
Yeah.
Especially at this young age, you know.
Right.
But that's good also to give an example to other women that may not speak the language, and you know, and do want to represent, you know, their motherland or anything like that. I mean, I can understand that as well.
You're right.
Not speaking the language
Right.
and having people with their side comments of like, why don't you speak that? You know, but yeah, but that's great. So what are some things that you have been doing or you're looking forward to pass down to your
Right.
next?
Just hopefully to instill confidence in her that she is enough, and that whatever your passion is, stick to that. Don't try to sway or differ from the path, because if you're not true to yourself, you're going to struggle,
Right.
and you're going to hate the rain. But when you're true to yourself and why you love and why you even participated in the pageant, it's just such a better experience. So
For sure, you just have to go into it like with an open mind.
yeah, exactly.
So how did you even become a contestant? I mean, were you like, oh my God, I saw this online, maybe I should try it?
Yeah.
Was it your parents that were pushing you to do it, your friends?
No, like I said, grew up a tomboy, grew up
Right.
with sports, and my family, like, we all play basketball. So, but I just came home from Hawaii, and I think it was, Jen Saina, she came up to me at church, and she was like, how would you like to be in a pageant? I was like, oh no. No.
I'm good.
See, that's why I
no,
don't go
no,
to
I'm
church.
good.
That's why I don't go to I don't want people
I
asking me
hate
like to
when
be.
people ask me if I want to be in a pageant every time I
was
come
like,
to church.
Not for me. And she was like, well, before you say no, like, let me just give you some information. And I was like, yeah, okay. But then they just gave me more information. It was just too much incentive to pass on.
Yeah.
The experience, as well as like these past 2 years for me in college, has been really getting to know my cultural identity.
Right.
And so I was like, this is just another avenue for me to really know my culture. So why
So it's
not?
the timing,
Yeah,
the timing
absolutely.
just seemed to fit right
Exactly.
and perfect at the moment.
Exactly.
That's
Wow.
Yeah. Who would have thought? Not me or my
Okay.
or my family.
And now here you are, Miss
Yeah.
Samoa USA 2024-25, right?
Yeah.
So going into your second year, Tofu was saying that there were some updates that are
Yes.
going to happen. So can you tell us about what these updating categories are and
Yeah,
what
so
people
they-
can look forward to?
Yeah, they've updated the sarong category, which is basically like an ie, and then you just shape it however you want. But they're also including a swimsuit now, so swimsuit / sarong, yeah. But one piece only, so
Yeah.
no two pieces. Keep that to yourself at the beach.
Okay, I'm out of the competition.
So one piece.
Dang it.
Take me back to church.
Yeah, and then they've also expanded the age. So now, if you're 18 or 30, you can come join the pageant.
What was
I
the
love
age
that.
before?
I think it was 18 to 25 or 18 to 26. Cause
Oh, wow, I love that.
Yeah, because the cutoff in Samoa is 26. So I think the main goal was to take our girl to Samoa.
Oh, okay.
So
So,
there's a
if you're
path-
over
Right, that's
26,
okay.
you may not go to Samoa.
Yeah, but there's other things that they have in store for you.
That's
so
so great.
if you want to go to Samoa, if you're younger than 26, then we can take you there. They're also going to take her to Miss Global.
Wow.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, there's different, they have different parameters. So I don't know how that works for Miss Global.
So if they
That's
were,
awesome.
so like say the contestant who wins this year and they are too old to go to Samoa, are they just gonna take somebody else who is of age that qualifies, or if it's no one goes?
Yeah, just no one goes. So
Okay.
I really like the new standards, because it's more inclusive, first
Yeah.
of all.
I agree.
Right? Because we talk so much about how our people are intelligent and smart.
And inclusive.
Yeah.
Right.
And that comes with age, right?
Yeah.
And so age is just a number, but you have so much experience, so everyone should be included, 18 to 30.
I love
agree.
it. So 18 to 30, if you want to be in the pageant, you have until July. I think she said to the end of
We're
July.
already disqualified. We're
Barely
so,
missed
you
that
know,
deadline.
all right,
Oh,
we'll
not
stay
Samoan
behind the
either,
camera.
but.
We'll stay behind the camera. No, but I think that is, like you were saying, so it's more inclusive. They made the age range higher because, like you said, life happens.
Yeah.
You know, and are they allowed to have children, or is that
Yeah,
play part? Okay.
I believe so, right?
They can be
That's our
moms?
off camera.
Or-
yeah.
oh,
you
yeah.
can be married and you can also have
Oh,
kids. Yeah.
I love
So-
that.
Yeah.
Not married.
Oh,
Not
just
married.
kidding. You
We're
can't be
getting
married.
it.
Not
You can be a
married.
single mother,
Oh,
but
okay.
you cannot be a wife.
No marriage. Sorry.
Because you're going to have a lot of eyes on you anyways.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we'll discuss a little bit more with Joey here. But just a reminder, I am running karaoke all weekend at Manny's Neighborhood Bar, so come see me, best karaoke in town, and we will be right back.
I feel like hiding away. The silly things I do and I say that makes me feel like hiding away. Baby, baby, how did you wrong today? Sugar, sugar, I'm gonna make it up some way. I was unfaithful, I was untrue. You deserve better. So let me make it up to you. Oh, I feel like hiding away. The silly thing I do and I say that makes me feel like hiding away.
Welcome back to Everyday People, the Pacifica chapter. I'm Crystal Dalfalele
Lynn Katoa here.
and beautiful
Miss Samoa, you say.
Joey Lealaitafea. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Every single time I'm like concentrating so hard.
Every time she tries to say the name, I clench. Literally, I'm like,
No, it's perfect.
Perfect.
you know, but we're so excited to have you here. And we were kind of a little nervous. I'm like, hey, so we have two beautiful Samoan princesses that are going to,
you're so
queens
nice.
that are on our show. Two Tongan something on this. You know, so we're just so excited to have you here. And we are just blessed and honored to
Thank you.
follow your journey. But let's kind of go into your family history. So
Yeah.
is your family from Salt Lake City? What is your
So
your
people
last
know who
name?
they're connected to. is
Okay,
what-
okay. So
We
my
have a lot
dad.
of nosy people in our.
So my dad is Vaifo Lealaitafea. He's up in Park City. He's a lieutenant. My mom is Anisha Lealaitafea. She's from Hawaii. My grandparents, my grandpa Joe Salea, and then I got some Schwalgers. I got German blood.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, so lots of German blood. Browns. I'm related to the Browns. And then at least in Samoa, my villages are Malie, Salani, Sapoe, Savai, Salainoa, Afenga. There's a
Dang,
lot
girl,
more. Yeah,
we
there's
don't
a
have
lot.
that much
I mean,
time.
just let me-
She's like, and so
Samoa.
yeah.
We love that.
how many siblings do you have? Do you have any other brothers and sisters?
Yes, so I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest of 5, and then I have a little cousin who's basically my brother. So there's 6 of us.
Oh, nice.
And their ages vary. So I got a 20-year-old sister, 17-year-old brother, 11-year-old sister, and then a 9-year-old brother, and then a 5-year-old brother too.
Were they excited about your journey?
Yeah, they were shook.
Were they like, you're not gonna win? And they were like, whoa.
They're like, we're still gonna treat you the same, so don't act up like.
You're
not
like,
gonna be
excuse me,
spoiled
what?
here.
You're like, hold, what did you say? What did you say?
I know. Just last night, I was joking with them. I was like, I don't want to hear in the group chat. that I'm ugly or that you're the prettiest. Because did you win a no?
Okay.
I don't know.
I would just keep sending
saw
photos of my
why.
crown. I'd be like,
That's exactly. I was like, don't forget. Just kidding.
Exactly.
speaking of crown, that is a beautiful, beautiful
Thank you,
crown. Who
thank
made
you.
that?
Galaxina made it. I can't remember her last name, but
Oh, Galaxina Taco from
Yes,
Vegas.
yes.
Oh, I love
okay,
that.
yeah, so
Galaxina.
creative.
beautiful.
Shout out to her. Yeah, it's beautiful.
And Galaxina is part of the Utopia Las Vegas, right?
I'm not sure. I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
I believe so. We go way back. She probably forgot who I was, but hey. No, it is gorgeous. And what about that beautiful sash you have?
Oh, thank you. I also by Galaxina, so she very creative.
Yeah, no, I
Very.
love
Yeah,
it.
I would never have thought about this. So
Right?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Thank
Leave it to the
you.
queens that be
Uh-huh.
spicing it up.
Exactly.
That is amazing. So now that the Miss Samoa USA pageant is coming up in July, and then there's going to be the second part of the event before the pageant. So are you
Yeah,
going to take
the
any
dancing.
role in the dancing competition before we head up to July?
you know, I have no idea. They could just throw me up on stage, right? So
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
have to be ready. But
exactly.
for now,
Do you have your
I'm
dances
not,
ready?
for now, I'm not competing for
Oh,
sure. Yeah, I'm gonna let them take that. But yeah, we'll have our leaders like Dr. Tavana, Dr. Justina Tavana. Those are actually some of my mentors from BYU.
Oh, wow.
And then also Maddie. Sorry, I'm spacing her name right now.
Oh, it's all good.
Maddie Unutoa and Tiana Leofau as our judges. So they will be judging our competitions.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's
So the whole
exciting.
production that was happening last year, there was like, you guys had the sound people. I forgot what his name was, but he was just amazing. So I'm hearing rumors possibly that they might be switching up the venue, but it's not a
Yeah.
for sure thing yet because more people want to be involved, especially
Yeah.
with the new rules and regulations.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be way more people
Yeah,
that
it was
attend.
already packed during
Yes,
my
it
year,
was.
so I can't wait to see where we're gonna go because
Oh, yeah.
we're definitely gonna need a bigger facility. So
So you're going to be there, obviously.
yes. Of
So
course.
what are your words of advice for the next Miss Samoa USA pageant?
My advice would be to remember you are representing not only America and Samoa, but also your family and yourself. And so you want to be true to your voice. You can't be a voice for others if you're not voicing for yourself, if you're not advocating for yourself.
Absolutely.
So that would be my advice.
That's
Amen
great
to
advice.
that.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Amen to that, especially what we were talking about a little bit earlier, like people were kind of giving you stuff because you didn't speak the language.
Yes.
I mean, what would be your words of it or wisdom be to that next pageant winner who is in the same situation that you are?
Just because you don't speak the language, you're not any less Samoan, like I've been saying. But also, but that doesn't give us an excuse to be ignorant to the language. You know, I've done my best to learn Samoan. I've taken 4 years of classes, yet still not fluent. But it's hard when you're not surrounded
Right,
by the
where it's that
language.
constant,
Yeah.
right.
So like, do your best, but also remember, your best is good enough.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is. I mean, that's all we can do is just do our best. You know, I think times are changing, times are evolving
Yeah.
nowadays with the pageantry circle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that is just amazing.
Now, speaking of pageantry circle, we did have a surprise visitor come in with
Oh.
you. Which we want to see if we can bring her in as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to go to break.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back and bring in a surprise guest as well.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys, we will see you guys in a minute, but just make sure that April 19th we have the Plant and Sip.
Oh, yeah, Plant and Sip, April
Crystal.
19th, tomorrow.
So
Two
make sure you guys
locations.
get your tickets.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m. is going to be at a coffee shop called Roots Coffee & Co. And then 5 p.m. is going to be at a Kava Lounge, Kaipo at 5.
That's right, that's right.
So,
All right, we'll
2
see you guys in a
spots.
second.
All those nights that we spent together, talking future, do you remember? Watching stars stretch on and on and on, while you sing my heart song, just a call away when I need him. So dependable, he's the reason I don't worry, 'cause he's there to hold me down. In the safety of your arms, nothing can go wrong. Wish I could feel it all again for the first time when he was mine. All of my problems seem so
Welcome back, surprise guys. We have another guest.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
have
Yes,
an
ma'am.
official influencer in here. I know you guys know who she is. Tene Uli is the name
Yes.
on Instagram. Is that also your TikTok tag?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys may know her.
And I know y'all seen her around. She just be blowing up. I know I'm following
Everywhere.
Her.
Yep.
Yes.
She surprised us and came in today, so we had to surprise her and bring her on. I'm just kidding. We're gonna first go over some of the events we got on, and then we're gonna go into our surprise guest here that we have. A Get Med card events that are happening on 4/20, which is Sunday. We have at Wholesale Co. in Bountiful. Also Beehive Pharmacy on Friday. That's today from 2 to 4. And then the Flower Shop on Saturday from 3 to 5. Now all of the Get Med card events are only $70. So it is $5 cheaper than it was before.
That's right.
So happy Easters. You can go over there and get your meds.
That's what I'm saying.
I forgot to say $420 in savings.
$420 in savings for 4/20, which is April 20th.
Okay, see what they did there?
See what they did there?
All right. $420 off. You're welcome.
And then also One Love Kava Lounge. They got all you can drink kava 9 to midnight on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Through Saturdays. So
Okay,
Tuesday
through Saturday. There you go.
And we know you guys know where that's at, 7136 South Redwood Road.
Yes. Okay, so back with Miss Samoa USA and her special entourage. Part of it was this special, beautiful influencer, Miss Shanice.
How you doing?
How are you doing? Surprise!
Blessed and highly favored. Thank you so much.
Great.
I am here for that. So, kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself. You're all over social media. I be watching
Yes.
your battles. I be watching you doing your little dance stuff. How did you get into that?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay.
For some of you guys that don't know me, I go by Tene Uli on social media. My government name is Shanice Malau Ulu. I started on Facebook.
Oh,
That's
okay.
back in 2015.
Wow.
I started doing just videos, just speaking Samoan, and next thing you know, I blew up. And to me,
Oh my gosh, I remember those a little bit. It just clicked. I'm so sorry.
to me, I was just being myself. But then it dawned on me that, oh wow, people really love this so much.
Yourself.
So
They
yes.
like you being you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I just capitalized on that. Speaking
Period.
Samoan, and on top of that, I'm African American and Samoan. So that's unheard of, really.
Right.
There's only a few of us, Samoan and Black girls that speak fluent Samoan and grew up in the island and speak Samoan. So I moved up here in America 2006. Washington, Seattle, Washington. So I grew up in
My old stomping
Washington.
grounds.
So I grew up there, and then it was my goal to just speak Samoan. And growing up, I moved here when I was 14, so my parents' goal was when you're home, fa'a Samoa, like tautala fa'a Samoa all the time. When you go to school, yes, we're here in America, you'll speak English outside of home all the time.
Right.
But in home, yeah, we always speak Samoan. So
I love that.
that just helped
Yeah.
me throughout. Now I'm 33 years old and I speak fluent Samoan. So
That's amazing.
Good. Yeah, it is amazing.
Okay, let's give her flowers. So when did you realize, like, when did it click? We're like, holy crap,
I'm an influencer.
yes.
Yeah.
But remember, back in the day, it wasn't even called influencer.
Right.
We were just making videos,
Yeah.
like Vine videos, Instagram videos.
Vine, I haven't heard that forever. Vine.
So I honestly, probably like 3-4 years ago.
Really?
Really?
Yes. Because I was just like,
So
I'm
you
just
put in the
making a video.
time,
And
right?
that's consistency as well, especially coming from 2015.
Yes. So I literally built this platform for myself brick by brick.
I love it.
And you were doing it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're doing it. So do you have any ties to the Miss Samoa USA pageant? You guys came together. I know you were dolling her up, so she looks beautiful.
I know. So when Tusi hit me up, I was like so excited. Well, no, Tawila actually, and then I connect me with her
Love
auntie
her.
Tusi. She's beautiful, and I was like, yeah, why not? I would like to come on and help. So I just came today just to see how things go, and
It's a surprise.
I didn't know it was
Go.
gonna be part of the.
Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches.
Just go with it. Just come on.
It be like that sometimes. So yeah.
It is, especially like the big influencer that you are now. You always have to have your game on. Always
Yes,
on point.
always.
Because
always.
someone might just call you up on
Yeah,
an interview
you just
and
go
you
with
just
the
gotta
flow.
go in there.
Yeah, you just really go with the flow. They call you, come SIVA right now. You go SIVA.
You're like,
Well,
where?
since we
Where?
have you here, we actually
Well,
got this.
actually, I'm glad you said that.
So, what are your thoughts
Yeah.
on the whole Miss Samoa USA pageant?
I love it actually. I love what they stand for, and I love the everything that they do for the girls,
Yes.
and how now more than ever that the women are more indulged and more into the Samoa culture, and especially here in America. I feel like in New Zealand, Australia, they're more into the culture, but I love how America now we're now in it
Right.
slowly, especially Utah. And I was just telling Tusi last night too, I love Utah, that the Polynesians here are go-getters, like
Yes, they
everybody
are.
business minded and into the culture, Tongan, Samoan. So I love what they stand for and what they're representing for the young women.
And it's beautiful. And I love how you
Yes.
said it, like Tonga, Samoa, like just all different parts of the
Yes.
Pacific Island, how we're kind of coming together. Because it wasn't always
Yes.
like this. Well, not, you know what I mean? But like, because we're highlighted now. Like internationally, nationwide, here amongst each other, times are changing, we're evolving.
Yes.
You know, we look different, things are different.
Yeah.
You know, here we are, like, we have our own podcast. You're a huge influencer. She's Miss Samoa USA. You know, like, this is what the new generation looks like.
Yes.
New generation, I'm almost 50. This is what the new generation.
We're the people bringing in the new generation, okay?
You know, so it's just
Yes.
powerful, you know, that we're able to come together and sit at a table and just kind of just talk about our life and just all these successes that's taking place
Yes.
in the moment.
Yes.
You know, so do you have any big plans coming up or any events?
I will be part of the Nafanua. I'm actually
Yes.
emceeing.
Oh, wow!
Yes.
So have you emceed for things before?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
The look, she's like, yes.
No, I'm saying, like, is this a new avenue? Like, is
It
this...
wasn't even any. They just love me on social media. They're like, can you come MC my daughter's graduation? So I flew to Vegas a lot for
I
that.
love that.
California for birthday
Good for
parties.
you.
So when they asked me, I was like, yeah, I would love that. And then in June, I will be in American Samoa for a whole month.
Dang.
Yeah, so I'm super
That's
excited for
amazing.
that.
Is it something happening
Yes,
or just a
what's going
vacation?
on?
Are you going
So
family?
my man's family's their family reunion. So I'm like, yeah. So the
That's
2 extra week, we'll be there. I think it's a Flag Day, Mangua's Flag Day. I'm
Okay.
not sure. But yeah, the content will be contenting.
Oh, we love
Oh,
that.
I'm sure they
I'll
will.
be
The
watching.
whole journey, okay?
Well, being a content creator and an influencer as you are now, any advice that you would give to these young influencers coming up, all of these young people that are tapping into that?
Oh yes, of course. If you are thinking, if you're upcoming OG in the game, being content creator, being an influencer, just know that there's so much for everyone. There's so much room
Yes,
for everybody.
I love that.
There's
Everybody
so
can
much
eat.
money to go around for everyone. There's no need for competition. Be yourself.
Yes.
When you want create content, be yourself. And remember, post what you allow people to see. Because sometimes you post, you're like, oh shoot, we shouldn't post that. But
Right.
yeah. And just remember, there's always somebody watching, and your video might change somebody's life and might be an escape to somebody else that's going through their life.
Oh, I love that.
Exactly.
So yeah.
I love that. And that's like the mental state you need to have. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like you were saying, like be careful what you put out there because it's
Yes.
going to be there forever.
Right.
You
And
know?
it really can influence people. And the way they hear your words, you know, things that you say could be
Right.
very influential to them.
So do you get a lot of like negative feedback at all, like
Oh,
on
of
any of your
course.
content? And how do you handle that? Because it's not for the weak.
Delete.
Yeah, I'm just know I'm that girl. So
Good, period. That's
The
all
lip
you
went up
need.
here. She's not that girl.
once you have that mentality, it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't have
Because
to
it's
worry
not
about
for the
those
weak.
people.
You have to have tough skin for that. You have to have tough
Yeah,
skin to
you
be
do.
running, to be in a pageant, to be an influencer, because all eyes are on you
Yes.
constantly while you're asleep.
And I do give it to sis too, Joey, because
Yes.
like she said, she don't speak the language. She understands somewhat, but the fact that she went
And did it anyways.
anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And just like me, I'm Afa, and people always think that I'm not Samoan enough, and like being racist type stuff like that. But like you said, you gotta have thick skin for that.
Yes.
And No shade, no tea, but I'm more Samoan than a lot of full-time.
Hold on. I didn't hear that right. I didn't hear that right. Let's get that right there. No, but it's a thing though. It is a thing. So, but we're all like having fun with it, laughing about it. But at the end of the day, sometimes it is hurtful. But how you react to them, because a lot of the times they just want that reaction.
Yes.
But we are better than that. We rise above that, and you two beautiful women, all three of you, keep doing it's a hustle.
Yeah.
Thank
you got to be prepared for the hustle, or just do not be in it at all.
Right.
Right?
Thank you guys for your guys' example to all the young women out there. I mean, just to all Polynesians and everyone in general. Like, it really does take a lot to put yourselves out there, and we appreciate having examples that look like us out there to be that.
Sweet. So if you want to go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you on social media, all your platforms, or the ones that you do want them to know.
Yes, of course. On Instagram, you can find me on Teineuli _ that's TEINEULI _ TikTok, TS Gang, exactly TS Gang. And then Facebook, Teineuli. That's where you can find me.
Perfect. And then also in Joey.
Follow all the Miss Samoa USA pages on Facebook, Instagram, and then also the Nu'o Samoa. They're social, they're coming up. And then mine is Josephina.Lealaitafea. It's really long if you can find it.
Google it. We'll have it tagged.
Okay, nice. Spell it out.
Figure it out.
It's long.
It's long, but we are so grateful and blessed to have you two beautiful women
Thank you
here
guys
with us.
so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's all about highlighting our culture, especially
Yes.
the women in our culture, because
Yes.
you guys are vibrant and strong, and you guys are coming out of the
And we
woodworks
love it.
glowing.
Yes.
Love
You
seeing
know, so,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
And what about you, girl?
Oh, I'm here.
Tell us a little bit more about your
spring
planter
is coming, so you're going to see me popping up more. But yeah, no, I'm just happy to be here. Oh, yeah, Plant and Sip. Tomorrow, again, 2 locations. If you want to sip coffee or tea, then it's going to be at Roots Coffee at 2 p.m. And then that's in Salt Lake City. And then another one at 5 p.m. at Gaipo Kava Lounge if you want to sip kava.
And if you've missed it, you're missing out. So make sure that you guys are there. And again, we have another event. It's going to be a free kids party at Valley Fair Mall, brought to you by 92.5 The Beat.
That's next week, Saturday.
Next week, Saturday. So there's going to be prize drawings every 15 minutes, face painting, raffles, and Encanto characters. So be sure that you bring your kids there. We do events for all ages. But we want to thank everybody for joining us today on Everyday People, the Pacifica chapter here this Friday. And we will see you guys next Friday. But do not forget to come see me at Manny's Neighborhood Bar tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday
Karaoke,
night.
guys.
Get your karaoke on. Maybe I'll see you two over there.
Maybe.
All right, guys. Well, we love you and thank you for another great Friday, and have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Janelle, come on, baby. See this? This your grandma's family in Hawaii. Your uncle who still lives in our village in Samoa. Auntie and your cousins in New Zealand. Oh, and your cousins here? They live in Australia.
Wow, we have family all over the world.
Now, this is your grandma Isu right here in Carson, California. So wherever you go, make sure you remember to always come back home.
Somewhere far